Come in. Oh man, it's the Backyard Ufologist.
Cool.
We need your comment.
Whoa, this is heavy. The computer cannot make an error.
First picture of the show. You know, this looks like a ship to me, is what I thought it looked like. You know, it's coming up around the side of the house. And if you look right here, if I can get it to come up a little bit, there's something in the side of it here. You know, like I talk about these holes, and they're like portals or something. They stick out of the orb. So there's some entity right there with two eyes, nose, and a mouth. You see his head sticking out of the orb. That's a good catch right there, isn't it? And it has this strap going around it. And you can see there's an entity there. There's an entity there. There's some heads or something right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see them. Little entity right here. Kind of looks like Bugs Bunny a little bit to me. But yeah, this is right here is a lady or something. You can see the two eyes, nose, and the hair coming down. But it looks like a ship almost to me, like that's a really big time tetrahedron, a Merkaba right there. Yeah. And there's something right there. It's on the move up, coming up out of the vortex. Couldn't really see this one too much. I have to turn this light off, Allie. Can you hit those lights over there where I can see? Thank you. Just the back. You just twist the back. She hardly comes up here in the studio. She don't know what's going on there. Okay, great. And nice and cozy now. You see two eyes, a nose, and a mouth right there. And it's kind of weird right there. All right. Let's move on to the second one. And this is the one that was on the way up out of the ground. And I brought it up. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. It's weird, these things that I have to do to bring it up close, man. It's like an act of Congress. Anyway, you see this? It's coming up out of the ground there. You saw it just a few minutes ago in the first picture. See the eye, nose, and the mouth? Don't that look like one of those gray ETs right there flying around in the Merkaba right there? Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's just undeniable. You can just see that right there. Okay. All righty. Let's move on. And now look at this. Isn't this weird? Let's see if I can bring this up. These were two that I caught that were flying together. Now I see an eye here and an eye here. I'm going to have to put on my glasses. I can't see shit. Excuse me. Eye here, a nose and a mouth, and you can see the body coming down, or it's another entity there. They're just kind of crowded together. What do you think it is? Tell me what you think it is. And you see these entities right there. I can't, there's no better. I need my reading glasses downstairs. You know, they're in that little case that the cats keep throwing off the table. Okay, here's an entity here. Bless Allie's heart. I appreciate that. And all kind of different things right here. And right here, I thought it was a pyramid or something, some kind of triangle. But it looks like it's a person in there. You see the person, the two eyes, nose, and the mouth there. And then right here, two eyes, nose, and the mouth. You see the ears right there and something going around here. But it's just all kind of little entities around. It was really hard to see all of these. But look, this looks like two people right there. This looks like a dog right here. And look at the shape of that orb right there. See, it's got the... it's just like the spikes coming off of it or something. It's just got a lot of power right there around that. It's crazy what's out there. And the other one down here, you can barely see the little entity in that. Just all kind of different entities. See the two eyes, nose, and the mouth in that one right there, and just all kind of little ones around. Okay, I don't want to bore you too much. Okay, let's see if we can. This thing gets stuck for some reason. I don't know why it does this. It's just my stuff is raggedy. I need you guys to watch some of my videos. I need about 670 more watch hours by January, and I can get monetized. But after January, I got to start all over again, 4,000 hours. So it'd really be nice if you would watch some of my videos. Let's make it. We can make it. That's for sure. And this don't want to move. It's just stuck. Live internet. There it goes. I don't know why it does that. It just gets stuck. All righty. Here's the next picture. Now, I don't know about this one. It's very colorful, though. Got a lot of energy in it. And, oh, yeah. Now I know. I remember I was looking at it. This is why I included it. And I said, what is this? I said, no, come on, give me a break. Look at that. There's an eye there. There's an eye right there. Here's the face and the nose right here in the mouth. These are horns. This is a steer. This is some kind of cow, bull, whatever you want to call it, longhorn. Look at that, isn't it? That's what I thought it was, and what I ended up saying, yeah, that's what that is. It has to be. And then there's a guy right up here, and he looks like he's got his fingers over his mouth right here. See his eye here, nose, and his fingers over his mouth. And there's his hair. Now, I don't know what's going on there, but if you'll look right here, this looks like some kind of Indian. See the eye and the nose, and here's the feathers of the hat right there. And it could be Native Americans. So that was kind of weird, and I wanted to share that. I don't know what that means. And, you know, it looks like some ETs here, too, some of the little gray ball-headed ones, and one right here, two eyes, nose, and a mouth. They may be abducting him, huh? Is that the cattle mutilation? Okay. I wasn't going to go there, but, you know, I don't know, man. Can they turn them into... the orbs, make them small and take them off and then just drop them back off when they're finished, I guess. I don't know. But there's another ring right there. Don't make me start laughing, okay? Please, no. I beg you. Oh gosh, once I start laughing, sometimes I can't stop. Okay, here's two eyes and a nose and a mouth right there. Here's one right here. I'm trying to be serious now. Now this is in our backyard on the Hammonasset Ley Line on the northeast coast on Long Island Sound. This is David, the Backyard Ufologist, showing you this stuff. Happy Halloween and welcome to our second annual Halloween party. Yes, and we're going to get here and start talking to folks here in just a moment. Just want to show you some more pictures here real quick that I had prepared for you. And here's one right here. Oh, okay, that's the one we already seen. Let's just move on here. Here's one I brought. I brought some up very close. You can see the face right there. Okay, I'll bring it up a little bit closer. Let me go through Congress to do this. Okay. You see this guy right here? He looks like he's got horns or something, and there's somebody in front of him. See the eye, nose, and the mouth right there. You see the guy right here, 2 eyes, nose, and the mouth, as far as I can get it. Sometimes it's too close. Right there would be pretty good, I guess. Yeah, you can see there is some entities in there. That's not dust. That's not moisture. That's not a bug. Come on. Okay. Alrighty. All right. See, they come around the corner there on the Hammonasset Ley Line. That ley line fluctuates. It goes back and forth, like a big whip, I think, really slow. And I noticed that Graham Hancock has some maps of the Hammonasset Ley Line. Looks like it runs right through our yard, our backyard. And there are quartz boulders all lined up there. And we see all kind of crazy stuff. And Allie, I think, wants to say something about her events that has happened to her here too, and she'll be doing that here shortly. And I just wanted to say that. But anyway, we have a lot of energy here, and I'm ad-libbing. There's no script. We're never scripted, and when it comes out, it's just warts and all. So you have to forgive me, okay? All right. See, that looks like a W almost right there. I don't know what this is. It could be ears or something. It looks like a rabbit. Eye, nose, and a mouth. And we have a ton of rabbits out there. So, do rabbits, when they die, do they become spirits? And can they travel in orbs and tetrahedrons? I don't know. But there's something going on there. And then look at this person. If you can barely see this right here, you see the 2 eyes, nose, and mouth. It looks like they're sitting at a desk or a console or something. Let me see if I can bring that up again. Is that the right one? I don't know. I've already lost it, didn't I? I said it was a rabbit, and here she is right here. Yeah. And you can see right here, it looks like an arm that goes down, working some controls. There's somebody in front of her right here, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there. And you see the 2 eyes and the mouth and the ears going up. It looks like a rabbit. Here's something right here. So when I bring it up closer, man, you can really see. And this is a half of a guy right here, eye, nose, and a mouth. You can kind of see that. You see his ear right there sticking through. It's just dimensions, overlapping dimensions right here. And this one's really looking right here. Eye, nose, and mouth right there. So, you can look at it yourself and see something totally different. And I appreciate it. I want you to tell me what you think you see. And that's what's important. What do you think that you see? I'd love to, to hear what you have to say about it. And then look at that energy coming off of that sucker right there. Yeah. That's like the sun with a sun flare there. That's what it looks like, reminds me of there. Okay. All right. Let's move on here. There's a lot of orbs in there. Let me just skim through them because, so you didn't stop and see all these. Yeah, that's true. I get a little excited. I'm sorry. Eye, nose, and a mouth. You see the hair. It's some lady right there. And here's some kind of entity here. Here's one in the black hole right there. The 2 eyes and the mouth right there. You can see sticking through I don't know. I'm going to say that's a portal within the orb. It may be a looking glass and they can just stick their head through, like Harry Potter did. What do they call that? Scrying? It could be scrying and traveling and looking, and traveling light years away. There's something right here. I see eye, nose, and a mouth, some fingers on that. See the fingers? And there's something here. I don't know, some kind of X. It's another guy here with 2 eyes, nose. It could be a dog or something. But you can see that right there. Yeah, it looks like he may be shooting me the bird. It looks like it, doesn't it? It could be one of those malevolent entities out there. No, I'm not doing drugs and I'm not drinking. I'm just naturally like this. Allie, you can tell them that.
I can vouch for that.
Man, if I did drugs, it'd be, I'm crazy. All right, but anyway, here's another one sticking through. Look at this guy. Eye, nose, and a mouth. See the head? Isn't that colorful? A lot of energy. And they talk about those rainbow extraterrestrials. So that could be. It could be. I don't know. But it could be. I was just mentioning that because I know Corey Good and David Wilcock, they're always talking about stuff like that. And I listen to them. And it's amazing some of the stuff they come up with. I mean, it can't prove a lot of it, but it's very interesting. Here's some little things flying. Looks like little fairies or something right there. It was just too cold for any bugs out there. I promise you, there's no bugs out there. And there's a little thing flying right there with ears and eyes right there. Got the wings and the arms spread out, just flying in the air right there. Okay, I just wanted to show you some of that. That's an eye, nose, and a mouth right there. And let's see, where's this one here? We see this one. Well, I don't know what that is. There's something right there. Okay, there's a eye, and a snout and the nose. It looks like a wolf. That looks like a wolf right there, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And then you can see the lines going around. I don't think these are dimensions. We're in the third dimension. Here's the orb. Then you have your fourth, and then your fifth, and sixth, and seventh, and so on dimension. And then, this could be you can see that, but I could see a guy right here with two eyes, nose, and a mouth there with a beard too. So you see so many different things in these. These are just like dimensions overlapping dimensions, and one thing standing in front of something or on the side or in back of it, and it blocks something, and it's really hard to see and make it out. But once you see all that and realize all that, and sometimes they're smaller, like this little guy right here with a beard, see him, and his arm going around right there, and here's his legs right there. And sometimes they're very small. See, that's another dimension right there. Then another line goes through, and then it's this and this and this. Just all kind of faces and stuff. It's very interesting. And more orbs here. We'll get through it really fast here. Two eyes, nose, and a mouth there. Here's an eye here, nose and the mouth right there. There's some kind of entity right there. It looks like he's wearing glasses. See, that could be an glass eye right there, and his glasses right there. Nose and a mouth. His chin coming down. Here's his neck right here, and that's pretty cool. And who's all Tammy, and is that Angela Lewis? Ed Berlin B is on, and we don't have too many, but we're having fun anyway. Now, this right here, I kept looking at it, and I see a head here, and then there's something coming around here, but it looks like his nose is right there, and his shoulders are here, and his arms comes down. Can you see this? And then this looks like his feet right here. He's at his feet and his legs, and he's sitting in a chair, and he may have his arm overlooking something, but I think this is something coming down. So that could be somebody sitting there, that's driving the damn thing. I don't know. It really does get me sometimes seeing, look at the energy on this thing that's producing. I don't know. I see the lines going around right there. There's something in there, some kind of entity. All righty, here's another one with a darked out. I don't know what this is, some kind of hole, black hole. I don't think it's an event horizon, but it is something dark right there. And these could be portals for sure. And I see all kind of different things. I usually don't flip them around because I like to present them how they present themselves to me. So that's what I like to do. Okay, all kind of little entities in there, you can see. Lots of energy. Look at that person right there. See the two eyes, the ears, the head, and the breast comes down right there. And then there's one right here, some guy. And then there's another dark area. I mean, you sit there and screen shoot it, and take it and look at it. I keep hitting the mic stand. I'm sorry about that. Sounds like a well, doesn't it? Hello, I'm down here. But anyway, and look at this guy profile right here. See the hat right there, and the nose and the mouth. I mean, you see it so easily. See this person right here, and he's looking, his profile. That is really cool right there. Yeah, that is. Okay, I'm gonna move on here. Now, this was during the day, and I said, well, let me just take a look at this. And this is the IR camera. I mean, it's early in the morning, and that's why it's so bright, because it's on night vision. And it was getting, light. But I said, I don't really see anything. I really don't. And then I looked back here, and I said, what is this right here? There's something going on there. I see two eyes, nose, and a mouth. I see another 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there. Here's one right here, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and a big smile. And I'm saying, wow, what is this? And then I'll look up here, and then here's another one. Eye. You see the 2 nostrils and the mouth right there, and the ears, like elfin ears maybe. And I said, I don't know what's going on right there, but I don't know. Could it be pareidolia? It could be, because I don't know. I'm just showing you what I catch out there, and I know there's some stuff out there that is not pareidolia, but that kind of stuff right there, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that for sure. This is like some kind of ship that was almost cloaked up there, and it was almost an orb too, so I don't know. I just barely caught it. It was early in the twilight of the morning right there. And then right here was an orb, and I go, my goodness, that looks like a face. The ears right here, ear right here, and the eye, nose, and the mouth right there. And it really did look like some kind of orb, something going there that we're barely picking up there. You can see all kind of different stuff there. An RR camera, a night vision camera, really picks up a lot on the night spectrum, for sure, on that spectrum. And something flying around right here. I couldn't really make it out. And there's somebody right in here. You can see that there's a guy here, his face, and he's almost blue. And there's an ear here, elfin ears right there, and he comes down his shoulders right there. And then there's somebody next to him, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth. You see what I'm talking about? This guy right here is in a dimension, and then another dimension right here. So he's in front of this guy right here, kind of blocking him. And then if you look right here, it looks like somebody's standing there in a face also. So it's really some strange stuff out there. I really... sometimes I can feel it really heavy out there. It's, out there at 4, 3 o'clock in the morning by yourself. I see a lot of things, and I hear and I feel a lot of things. And you can't be scared in your own backyard, but sometimes, man, I can feel it, And I wear a headlamp now, and I turn it on if I hear something, continuously, because it could be a coyote. It could be a black bear, it could be all kind of stuff right up here where we are. And it's a lot of deer, raccoons, skunks. We have coyote. We have the fisher cats, just a lot. And some of them are dangerous, bobcats, and we have to be very careful out here. And, especially if they have rabies, So I went ahead and started to wear a headlamp because Allie is usually crashed out, and I'm by myself and I'm out there, and it's not really good practice to do that. But I shouldn't go out there by myself like that. But I'm cool in my own backyard. I'm just got to be very careful. And I have a stick, and I'll beat it off until I can get to the door. It's not too far to travel. Maybe. We'll see. I hope that don't happen. Okay, I want to bring this one up because I was looking at this and it really had me baffled. And I said, sometimes we can see these things and they're like a portal at another place. You know what I mean? A portal in another dimension. And I see this, it looks like some kind of, it's really hard, it's pixelized, I know. But you see this right here? This little wave of something? I don't know if that's a cloud or something that's attached to something there, but you see this looks like some kind of lighthouse or something, and almost sitting on the edge of the ocean or something. Look at this, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there, smiling. 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there, and you see it right there and right there, and then, like I said, somebody standing right there. I don't know. It's just some really crazy stuff. Sometimes I see trails with trees on both sides, and the trail leads to somewhere like a big black hole, and it's just some kind of portals is what it is. It's some kind of portal, and I see a lot of that sometime. Haven't seen it in a while, but they do look something like this. They have the trees, and then you see the the trail going through. Now, I don't know about this one, but all I saw was this guy standing here, looked like to me a couple of entities standing right there, and here's an orb within an orb, and a person here, or an entity, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth there. And you can see there's a person right here, the 2 eyes, nose, got a mustache going there, a little goatee. You see his hair right there, and a little serpentine right there. If you just keep looking, you see all kind of different faces. You know, I don't know, like right here, eye, nose, mouth, long hair right there. Crazy stuff right there. I see. Alrighty, here's another one like that. And you can see that there's a person here, or an entity. Eye, nose, and a mouth there. Here's an eye, and a mouth, and a big head right there. Elongated head with a big smile. Here's another one, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth. See the head and the neck going down, the shoulders. And right here, here's another one right here. Another one right here, right here. They're just everywhere. Let's see if this one, if I can see anything. Now, this one was really weird. I'm going to bring it up here. I could do this all night. You know, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a second. But you can see there's a person right in here. You see that? Isn't that wild? All right, this one right here, I wanted to show you. See here, like here's 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, 3 dimensions. It's almost like a mirror that's pointed at another mirror, and you keep seeing it to infinity. You know what I mean? That's what it reminds me of. I wanted to show you that. So I don't know what this is. I am sure that it's some kind of portal that has to do with mirrors, and it works like mirrors maybe. And people really do travel in some kind of way like that we see mirrors facing mirrors. So I wanted to say that and show that. And this looks like a dog. See that? The eye, nose, and a mouth right there. Looks like some kind of canine. There's an ear there. I don't see the other ear. It's there though. And then a person or entity there. Something, I don't know what that is right there. It looks like a little green man right there that's looking into something, or an avocado, could be, I don't know. But it looks like somebody laying here too, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, like this away, you know. And here's the hair and the forehead. Yeah, sure does, doesn't it? Yeah, that's weird looking right there. Let's see some weird stuff out there. I'll tell you. Here's another one, and you can see this is a guy, an eye, and there's an eye and a nose and a mouth right there, and smiling. So the big guy has 4 eyes right there. Yeah, it's some kind of probably dimensional traveler. It could be an extraterrestrial. I don't know. Allie.
We may never know.
Yeah, the world may never know. Now, here's one that I darkened up, and I wanted to show you. This is up in the air, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a moment. But this is what's there. You see the eye, nose, and the mouth right there. You see the body coming down the shoulder. You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's way up in the air. Man, that camera is great. And this is what it looks like. That's where it was, way up in the air by the pine tree in the backyard. And that's what it looked like. Well, you can kind of see the guy right there. Sometimes you can. It's usually too bright. But yeah, see the eye, nose, and the mouth right there, and the shoulder coming down. You can see them right there. Yes. Boy, these glasses are awful, Allie. Oh, let's see. Alrighty, what else was you gonna look? Oh, here's a big old, look how big this orb is. I can't really see anything in it, you know. I mean, I see a little something right in here, like an eye, nose, and a mouth, maybe some whiskers. That's one of the feline beings, probably. We have all kind of feline beings out there. And then there's something down here. Oh, wow. I don't know what that is. Eye, nose, and a mouth, and an eye, nose, and a mouth, and it's in a triangular shape. It could be a little ship, maybe we are the giants. Yeah, and something right there, pretty color, pink color there. And we're going to move on here. They want you to say it again. Tell it again. I'm sorry, honey. You know,
So Tammy, you can hear me again. Okay, so just very briefly, kind of a couple of three quick stories. Is on our back deck, looking out to the area where David catches a lot of the orbs and everything, kind of that fairy circle area that you see a lot. I was looking over top of it, and in this big tree that we no longer have anymore, we always sensed there was some energy in that area because there would be no wind and the branches would be dancing. So there was always kind of a suspected energy. But one night we were out looking at the sky. He did not see this as I did, but I looked to that big tree, was looking out over there, and I saw this big gold fireball of light. That's the best way I can describe it. And as quick as I saw it, it just moved like a flash of light. It didn't just disappear. It like moved, and I could follow it with my eyes. So silly me, I ran after it to the front yard, and it was gone. So I don't know to this day what it was, but it happens to be one of the coolest things I've experienced in the yard. I don't know what it was, but all I can just say, it looked like a big fireball that moved from the tree, moved quickly to the front yard, and was gone. And I also know that in the sitting room where we watch TV, there's a couple steps up towards the kitchen. And this is not, I don't think, a positive thing. This is years ago. But there was a big black cloud of smoke that just wafted down from the kitchen, down the steps, right by me and by my chair, and out the corner of the house. So I don't know what kind of entity or what that meant, but it left the corner of the house that leads to where it's facing the fairy circle and that big, huge energy line. So I don't know what that was about. I've never seen it again, but we don't know the history of the house or what happened. I know it's an older house. I think it was built in the 50s and it's been remodeled since. And the other thing is the bedroom that we sleep in downstairs. We have 3 kitty cats, and David always talks about feline beings. But one of our cats, they're all older now, but he's very attached to me. But he will go to the corner of the room in the bedroom, and it's kind of disturbing at night because it wakes us up. But he will stand in that corner and just, I call it wallowing, but talking. Not just meowing, it's some kind of feline talk. And he is communicating with something, some spirit, some feline being or something. But we often notice the energy in the house by seeing what the cats do. And sometimes you'll see their head move and we're like, oh my gosh, what did you see? But I definitely think there's feline beings in this area on our property. But at any rate, that's just a couple of things of what I've experienced here at the house, and we do pray very often for only good positive things to happen and good energy, and asking malevolent entities to vacate and have the good Lord take them to their perfect place. But that's just a few of my experiences. I'm not out there with David as much, but I did say I would come on for Halloween with him and we'd do the show together. A few technical difficulties, but I would appreciate very much if you liked and subscribed and shared his channel, share some of his videos. He's really trying hard, truly believes in what he's doing, and I do as well. But want you guys to have a wonderful Halloween, what's left of it. And just, we love you, and go vote. Be peaceful. Don't talk about which side of the aisle you're on. Just go vote.
Go vote. Yes, that's good.
And pray for our country. So
that's right.
Love you guys. You guys have a good evening, and thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, and yeah, if anybody has a story they'd like to tell, just, are you leaving or something? You think you're leaving?
Yeah.
That was almost like a dismissal right there. She wants to go. She's shy. But yeah, a lot of feline beings around here for sure.
Bye, guys.
I knew it. I knew she was leaving. Well, anyway, yeah, I know a lot of people's having fun on their Halloween. If you don't have any pictures you want to show, let's see. Oh, I do research the house. I mean, you know, you got to have a third, you know, a person, like a third entity to come in, you know, because I could say anything. You want somebody that's not emotionally attached to the house and the area, and let them, you know, say what they discovered, what they found, what they feel, you know, that don't have anything to gain from it. Well, I really don't. You know, I want somebody to come in and really do a really good investigation that's not emotionally connected to the house. And we've had a couple, and every once in a while, you know, every time they seem to fall through. So I have decided when it's time to have an investigation, it will happen. So I invite anybody, any local team or a team from out of town, if you're coming through here, stop here and do an investigation. It would be cool. Sometimes I hear voices, not as much as I used to, but there are people talking, carrying on a conversation. And, you know, there is a storage place next door, you know, one of those 24 hours you can go in and out and store stuff. And, you know, I looked around, I didn't see anybody out there, you know, and I went out in the backyard, front porch, nobody. And that's happened to me before at several different places. And I was hoping my friend Karen from Alabama would chime in. She had a security system, and there were people talking, and it was on camera, but we couldn't see anything. And that's when I was staying there with her. And this has been years ago, decades ago. And I don't know what it was. And you could hear the ship. It was obviously a ship, and it was running. And then finally it went away. I've got it on videotape. And all you see is the camera, you know, looking at the backyard, switching back and forth to the back door, to the driveway and the side of the house. And we don't see nothing, but you can hear it. And we just don't understand what they're saying. Can't make it out. And she said, she called me one day. I got something I got to tell you. And I go, what? She said, I was asleep last night, and there was this big bright light that woke me up. And it was on the second story, you know, window. I go, really? She said, yeah. And I looked out, and all I could see was a light, and it was hovering. And it was a ship, David. And I go, really? She says, I told him, I said, David don't live here anymore. He's in Connecticut. Go up there and see him. And she said she put the drapes back and went back to bed, and the light went off, and they left. And I was hoping she would come and say that story, but I guess she's a little busy tonight, and I can understand that. But yeah, I've got lots of stories, UFO stories. Obviously, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've been on board ships. I felt like I have been, you know, like in my dreams. And it could be dreams. And people say when you remember your dreams, it's usually a message or something. And when James Gillian says, if you got all that going on and you're seeing the UFOs, you're catching them on camera and stuff, which I do, what is that awful noise I keep hearing there? I don't know what that is. It's like bacon frying there. Thank you, honey. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe it is a message. You know, I've had a couple of dreams where I'm running from people, and they finally eventually catch me. They said, don't let him get away. He'll fly away. Obviously, I can fly in my dreams. When it's in lucid dreams and I know I'm dreaming, I know I can fly, and I do that. And every once in a while, I'll get in there. Oh, I'm dreaming. Wow, man, cool. And I'll go up somewhere high and jump off cliff. I just run and jump and I fly. It's just because I know that I'm okay. I'm flying. I'm in a dream, and it's cool the things that you can do. And I always see the UFOs. There's one special that always comes down, and it's an older ship. For some reason it's old. You know, it's not ancient, but it's old. And the seats are torn in the pilot seat. You know, it kind of is an old ship. And my spirit guide was in it, and I was able to pilot it. I was a pilot in it, and I was a pilot in another one. So according to Corey Good, I might have been in that 2020 when they come and take you, you know, when you're young and you do 20 years in service of the Space Force, and then you come back at the time that they came and got you, and that 20 years is wiped out and you start over again. If you haven't seen Corey Good and David Wilcox talk about that, you've got to listen to that, because, you know, I didn't even think about that. And somebody said, it sounds like you were in the space program 2020. I go, wow, I might have been, because I had one more dream that I was flying, and I was over a red planet. Now, it wasn't Mars. It was more of a fluorescent red, very bright blood red planet. And I was like, I had the controls in my hand, and I was going, man, this is cool. I mean, I was going around in orbit in space, and I heard people behind me, and somebody came in where the bridge or control room is, and said, oh, wow, man, you're letting David fly? And he goes, yeah. He said, he can't remember any of this. He said, he won't. He said, okay, you better make sure, you know. And I heard that. And I can't remember anything else, but I remember saying, you know, oh, come on, when I see the UFOs, come on and land. I want to get my check ride, you know, give me my check ride. I'd say that all the time, just like automatically without realizing I'm saying it. I said it so much. I think they let me know I got my check ride, and that's the only thing they let me remember. I got my check ride. So that was pretty cool. That's happened. I had some weird lucid dreams for sure. If they're real, I don't know. And I don't know about going to these people, you know, and doing past life regressions. You know, what should I? You know, I'm in this life right now, and I got to make the best of it. And I do. And I have a higher power. I do clearings here almost 4 times a day. I have to. We're on this energy line, and the malevolent entities would just move in. And they were at one time. Back when I was ghost hunting and stuff, the stuff that went on around here, I'm going to tell you, I've gotten rid of all that. And you gotta know there is a invisible world. We don't live on a world that most think that we do. And this stuff is real. And I'm proving a little bit what's going on out there. And I'm sure I'll catch more. I'll catch a lot more. The UFOs I'm just now catching, they're starting to come back. I'm doing conscious contact with them, and they're starting to come over. They're coming lower, feeling comfortable, I guess. And this is the energy line. They were really up high, and I'd shine the laser and meditate and say, come on down. I'm doing what James Gillian suggests at E-SETI Ranch in Trout Lake, Washington State. And there is Peter Maxwell Slattery in Australia at E-SETI, Australia. He's another branch of it that they've opened up there now. And we've been talking back and forth, and he has the Aurora camera. I mean, you know, a night vision camera is $3,000, you know, the 3rd generation that you can really tune in on them and everything. But you still got to put a video camera in the eyepiece to film everything. And but this one was $800, and it does it all. You know, it'll film during the day. It'll take still pictures, IR, night vision, video, digital video, and pictures. And it's just a great little camera. The quality's not all that good when you zoom in, as you've seen some of my videos of the UFOs I've been catching. And I do have the Satellite Live app, and there's a couple of more heavens above, and you can, really cross-reference everything if you really want to get into it, if there's some kind of issue that comes up. But, we know when the ISS is coming over, I caught that and filmed it and showed everybody what it looked like. And there were some flashes in front of it. I don't know what was going on there, but there's always some kind of things around there, around the ISS. When it starts coming around, look around, you can see other stuff following it or coming to it. I don't know what's going on up there, all these launches and everything. I know they have the space links, and I have all of that listed. I know when they're going to come over, and it's always more than one. It's one right after another. One night I was out there, and I've got this on one of my shows. One came up over the horizon, two were flying. I said, that's got to be SpaceX, and it wasn't. It was some kind of UFOs, and I think they were flying into the sound, coming up out of the sound. It's not very deep there. What, about 40, 50 feet, I think? I don't know. I think it gets a little deeper in some areas. They even said there was a great white shark out there. So it's a really big place out there. So I'm sure a UFO. And I've seen some really weird stuff out there. I used to walk at Hammonasset Beach a lot, and I saw this little patch of fog. It was nowhere else but right there off the point of Miggs Point is what it was called. And I was walking way down there, and I went by some bushes, and then I said, I'm going to take a picture of that when I get on the other side. And when I got on the other side, there was nothing there. It was clear. It was beautiful, blue sky, no fog. And I said, wow, that was some kind of UFO. And it went down in the water. I really do think that that's what happened. But a lot of activity here on the Northeast coast. A lot of quartz boulders, a lot of energy like it is in England and these other places, and Stonehenge, where they have, I know some people that go to Stonehenge. His name is Stephen Criddle. He does proper paranormal, and he catches orbs like I do. He has some really good catches also. You can see the people in it. He goes to these old buildings where, like, it goes way back, like the 1700s, the UK. And you can see these English men in the orb. Yeah, it looks like a picture. It's a ghost. It's got to be. And it's just really cool. So Stephen Criddle, make sure you go and see him and tell him that the Backyard Ufologist David sent you, and he'll appreciate it. And Orbs Realm is in the UK too. Now, he has them in his house. He sits and he talks at the camera, and they just fly around. They spread out wings and start flying spiritual like they do here, but not like it does at his house. And they're flying by. He's talking to them. And then you have the Orb Whisperer. Now, he's in the United States, and he just holds out his hand, and they come to him in his house and outside. And I just think that's just so cool. There's so many out there, and we all talk and have fun. But we're all busy. We want to get together and talk and share. But life, this COVID, you got your own channel. It's like I was trying to tell you, I've got like 3,344 hours. So I'll need 656 more hours to go before I'm monetized. And see, everybody is working on their own stuff, and it's real hard. I have to take out time to go in and tell, like Tammy, Tammy, I'm listening to you. I'm watching. I'm trying to watch everything you put out. JBD, Camo Man, 73, Leslie, all things paranormal, and 303 paranormal. Don't hate, investigate. I like that. And, I'm listening, I'm watching, I'm looking at Twitter. I'm about to get off Twitter. I tell you, it really sucks. Some of the stuff that goes on there. Instagram, Facebook's pretty cool. Sometimes Facebook can get a little trippy, but there's a lot of paranormal people, and I stay in the paranormal community. There are some little a-holes in the UFO community that think they know it all. Okay, Tammy, you take it easy. I know you got to go. Thank you for coming by, and have a happy Halloween, and stay safe. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, everybody. I guess it's not going to be many people here tonight. If you don't have anything to share, I can just sit here and talk all night. That's just me. But if you don't have anything that you want to talk about, or share. I have all kind of things I can share. That's why I've got so many of these podcasts and shortwave radio, and I was on a radio station in Arizona. I can't even remember. I think it was Artist First, and man, I met some of the authors. What's his name? Terry Lovelace. He got abducted by aliens and wrote a book about it, and I was able to talk to him, and it was really cool, man. Telling me the story, after we got off the radio and we talked a little bit and, traded email addresses. He wanted me to join a group. I said, I can't join a group because when I get in a group, there's more time I have to put into it, and I'm talking and sharing things, and I've got work to do, and, I'm just a one-man show. You know what I mean? It's really hard, really, really hard. But yeah, I have some stories, and I've got a interview coming up on the radio. I get offers all the time to be on. I like being on the shortwave and the more bigger networks, because you have these authors and people that that are in the business and know Linda Moulton Howell and a couple of other big celebrities. And maybe I'll get invited into one of the big ones, like Coast to Coast AM or something. That would be fun, And then maybe I get my 600 hours then. I don't know. Maybe in one night, when you do something like that. We're just so many of us out there. And a lot of people, I've been out here about almost 3 years. And people say, man, I've never heard of you. I never saw you, and YouTube just... I don't know. There's something that's going on with YouTube. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's glitches or algorithms that they depend on, and it makes everything really kind of crazy, because some of my subscribers will go down, and I ask them, did you unsubscribe? Did anybody unsubscribe? No, we didn't unsubscribe. And they'll come and tell me I've been unsubscribed, so they have to subscribe back. And then my hours, I saw they added 10 hours. How can you add 10 hours on a watched program that's already been watched? I said, why are they doing that? It's not a human doing it being an asshole, is it? Or is it just, AI, an algorithm that's doing it and making a mistake? I mean, how would it make that kind of mistake? But a lot of stuff goes on. And, all I can do is just turn it over to my higher power. If this is what I'm supposed to be doing, it will happen. What's meant to be will find a way to be if it's meant to happen. And that's the way I look at it. And I have plenty of stories, thousands of stories about it. And it goes back to my childhood, playing in a cemetery in our neighborhood. That was, my aunt lived right across the street. We saw stuff. We helped dig graves. I helped dig graves with the old black gentleman that worked there. We had picks and shovels back then. No earth digger, we were the diggers. And they would talk about the people that they'd bury and what they would know about them, and things that happened, and graves that would come back up, and said they were angry. But anyway, we had a lot of that, and I knew those gentlemen very well. I used to bring them food and drinks, and they really appreciated that. That was the old 60s in Alabama, and at times were really hard, down there for a lot of people, especially them. And they really enjoyed my company, and got them a lot of jobs cutting people's grass too. When I got old enough, I started cutting grass too. But they grew old, and a lot of them died. There were a few young ones, but we remained friends till, I can't remember when, until they all went their own way or died. Most of them died. But yeah, we dug graves there. We had a lot of UFOs around there. We lived really close to U.S. Steel, and that's all you could hear at night with U.S. Steel, the plant. That's where everybody worked. The whole sky would light up red when they'd bring that steel out to cool. Man, it was just something. But I grew up with it and was used to it. I would hear people talking at night, down there, and you could hear like big pieces of metal and steel fall on the concrete floors, go ding, dong, ding, 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 and you're a couple of miles away, and it'd wake you up at night. But the black smoke, red smoke, yellow smoke, I mean, all kind of different color smoke would come out of those stacks, and far as the eye could see, and it would just, the fallout would fall out all over us. We had a lot of people that died. So a lot of my friends, I don't want to go there about the environmental, I don't want to be accused of that. A lot of people died of leukemia and cancer, and I had Hodgkin's disease myself. A lot of people, and I don't know, we drank the water out of the hose pipe, when we were young, and no telling what we were drinking, all those chemicals and stuff. The film would be on your car, it was just the fallout coming from all of that. But that's people's bread and butter back then. They made lots of money. And right out of high school, that's where you went. I went into a radio station. Why don't you go to U.S. Steel and get a job, make real good money, boy? But it didn't last too long because, in the 70s, it eventually closed up and things got really bad, especially in the 80s there. It was really bad around 83. People were losing their house, everything. It was terrible. But yeah, I've got a lot of stories. There was a lot of UFOs that we saw. And I'm going to tell you this. I usually don't say this. My mother was a very religious person. She was religious. And one night, I was very young. There was something in the sky. I don't know what it was. It was a UFO is what it was. And my brother was out there, and he's like 5 years older than I am. And I'm looking there, and I'm a young kid. I'm about 65. I was about 5 years old, 6 years old. And mother got on her knees and thought Jesus was coming. And I said, whoa, Jesus. I went upstairs. I opened the door. I said, Dad, Jesus is coming. Come on out here. And Dad came out there, and he goes, what's going on? And my brother got scared. And then when he got scared, I got scared. I go, oh, no. And he goes, well, Barbara, you're scaring the children. I don't think that's Jesus. That's something else up there, It was some kind of crap. It was yellow. It was like electric blue, dark blue. It was coming off of it, and red and gold, and it left. I remember seeing these ships come and just stopping and then going, just like right above the house. And I was thinking, I said, wow, that's something like the Jetsons, isn't it? And we were seeing stuff, and almost like those big RVs that you drive, and it was pulling like a platform, but it wasn't. It was a ship, and it was pulling a platform, and there were people standing on it, and I saw them walking, and they were pulling something, and they were going to pick something up onto that platform, and they were going, and I'd go wave, and I could see them wave back at me. And I said, I don't know what these were, but it did happen, and I don't know what they were, but I saw them a lot down in Alabama, in Birmingham, many in the 60s, or I would say mid 60s and late 60s and very, very early 70s. Like 71, 72, right around there. No more than that. And then I saw them over Red Mountain in 1982, like 3 ships. But there's a lot. If you just look around, you'll probably see them yourself. They're everywhere. But sometimes they choose people. It's like I was saying, sometimes you are chosen, and they come and get you. And if this is happening, like James Gillian said, if you're having all that happen and you're having those lucid dreams like that and you're seeing them, you need to ask for clarity. This is what I would do. He's not telling me what to do. He's not a guru or anything like that. He says, I'm nobody. He says, I'm just going to give you some suggestions. And that's the way he likes to be. And that's cool. I respect that. He just says, man, ask for clarity. And I can just say, if that's going on with you, there's a lot more going on than you don't know about that will be revealed to you in time. You just keep on going on the track that you're going is all I would suggest you do. And I will email him every once in a while and tell him what happened. He'll say, oh man, that's cool. Or, you know, he'll just do a one line, say, oh man, just keep on, you know, just, it's really cool. Okay, yeah, they're everywhere, Angelo, that's for sure. Well, I enjoyed being with you guys. I think I've been here about an hour, and I think that's long enough. And maybe we'll do this more often, and not just me tell the stories. I'd like to hear the other stories of people. And I love to hear stories about people who go on the road, and you know, they see this light, they pull over, and then they wake up. You know, they're asleep. They don't know what happened. They remember getting out, you know, and they went on board a ship, you know, and I love hearing that. I love hearing that. All kind of different stuff. But Ed, I appreciate you coming if you're still around. And Tammy, she's already gone. And Angela Lewis, I appreciate it. I hope you're subscribed. I hope you watch some of my videos. I really need you to watch some of my videos. Everybody out there, please let me get to that 670. Is that what I said? I don't even remember what I said. What did I say? It is 656 more hours I need. I'm there at 3,344. You need 4,000 to get monetized. And in January, I think it's January 3rd. If you don't have it, it resets. You have to do the 4,000 all over again in the next 12 months. So, doggone it, I get so close. But I'll probably, you know, I'm about to give up on that, man. I tell you, I probably won't do it as much, you know, as I was doing, and do it every once in a while because I got to have an income coming in. It's just so time consuming. You know, going outside and standing for 6 hours, you know, 8 hours and not seeing anything and not getting paid for it, you know. I need a little income, you know, no donations, you know, anything like that. I guess I'm just not big enough yet. So, but anyway, I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not begging or anything, just the way it is, you know. So hopefully we will get monetized and won't have to worry about that and get enough money in to make it worth my while for sure. All right, everybody. I send love and light. Please be careful out there. Watch the kids. They're still out there trick-or-treating in a lot of places. It's only 7:30 Central Time, and across the country, it's still got a long way to go. So make sure that you watch the kids. Be careful. And, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I believe I have a good idea of what's going to happen. And we need love and light. And, you know, all I can say is repent, pray, and I think things are going to go good for us, and it's going to get better. We really need, you know, for it to get better. This division sucks. We need to together and quit listening to controlled mainstream media. They're a big catalyst on that. And, you know, screw them, you know. Come together. Hug somebody. Get close, you know. Wear a mask. But if you're hugging, that's all I can say. They'll be finished if you do that. If the people come together, they won't have anything to divide and conquer, you know, and put each other at each other's throat. So it's just going to be one thing after another, you know. I'd really like to see this place really come together and we can move ahead and not worry about somebody's skin color, you know, and go move ahead with technology and discoveries, new energy, new sources of energy and space, the ocean, all kind of different stuff that we could be doing instead of fighting amongst ourselves. That sucks. That's not normal. If we're around, I hope that we are. Tear down the whole place.